Hi everyone, welcome to Nithrania Game Club. My name is Branislav Berec and you're watching first video of a new series which we call Speed Gaming. We'll start with the game of Majolica, and the intention of this series is to show you the full playthrough of the game, but in a very condensed format, in a very short format. However, we want to show you the full playthrough, the entire gaming experience, not just how the game mechanics work, but entire gameplay. We want to show you how the game evolves, what decisions you need to make in the game, how different strategies work, and how tension and drama is created in the game, and especially what super cool things you can do during that game, because usually these things come later in the game, not in the beginning. And all that in a very short format. I have cut out all the thinking time, all the administration time. So let me know how it works. This is a pilot. We'll show you this game, two-player game, in just 25 minutes, and here it is. In the game of Majolica, players will collect these large tiles from the game board, and then place the corresponding small tiles into these workshops. And once these workshops are full, they will run, and players will be able to place some of those tiles onto these objective cards. And once the objective cards are also full, players will be able to score them, and the moment a player, or at the end of a round, when player has a 5 or more objective cards scored, the game will be over and the player with the most points is the winner. We have set up a two-player game here, an orange player and a blue player. Orange player is a starting player, and on his turn, player has three options, and one of the options is to pick one column or one row on the outer edge and take those tiles and place it onto the workshop. Second option is to take one of these objective cards and only one tile from the outer edge of the game board. And that's what the orange player is going to do right now. He will pick this 7-point victory card, he will place it here, and now he can pick any tile, one tile from the outer edge. He may pick this one and place the corresponding tile into any workshop. Let's say he will place it here. Cards are not replenished now, they are replenished at the end of the round. Blue player will also pick one of these objective cards and place it into one of the workshops, or maybe even here. No, let's say here, and he will pick one tile, let's say this one, and place the corresponding tile into the workshop. Now, orange player will pick this row, which is green, green, yellow, and red, and place those tiles into the first workshop. And you can do it even if you don't have a card in that workshop. Now, blue player will take this entire row, placing all those tiles into the first workshop. And now it's orange player's turn. He cannot take this row because it's not contiguous. There's one tile missing here. He might take these two tiles because it is a contiguous row. Even this tile can be considered as a one contiguous row, but he may take these three tiles. He wants to place these tiles into this workshop, but he has more tiles than the capacity of the workshop, which means one of the tiles has to be discarded. Now, because there's only three tiles, basically less than 4 tiles available on the game board, that means the round is over. There are cards added, up to 6 cards in the card supply. The board is reshuffled and the start player moves to the next player. Now it's a new round and a blue player wants to pick this red tile together with this objective card. Objective card goes to the second workshop and he places the red tile into the third workshop. Orange player wants a yellow tile here, so he will take this yellow tile and he will take this objective card. He places the objective card into the first column, into the first workshop, replaces the tile in the workshop, and now, because this workshop is full and it fulfills the condition, this workshop needs 3 tiles of one color and 3 tiles of another color. Because it's full, fulfills condition, it will run. This black shovel means that player must place one tile from the workshop to the objective card. And then the white shovel means he may place another one, which he obviously wants to do. Now, the remaining tiles are moved to the next workshop. So let's do it like this. And now, because this workshop is not full, the turn is over. Now, blue player will do something like this. He will pick these 3 tiles and he will place them into this 4th workshop. You can only place the tiles into one workshop. It's not allowed to split. Let's say I would place some tiles in one workshop and some tiles in another workshop. I have to place them all in one workshop. Now, orange player may decide to take these tiles, and he wants to place all of them into this workshop. Now, he has more tiles than is the capacity of the workshop. He can also replace some of the tiles in that workshop. So he takes the 2 blue tiles and discards the green ones. And now this workshop is full. It fulfills the conditions because he needs 3 colors and each color needs to have exactly 2 tiles. So it will run. Black shovel means 1 tile must go to the objective card. White shovels mean that the 2 tiles may go to the objective card and the rest is moved to the next workshop. Now it's blue player's turn, and if he would take, let's say, just these 2 tiles or just this 1 tile, he would leave some other tiles for the orange player, and orange player would take a turn and then become a starting player, and next round he would take another turn. So in order to stop that, blue player will take entire row and only leave 3 tiles on the game board and effectively ending the round. And he places these tiles into the 2nd workshop. We will again add more cards. Start player is moved to the next player in a player order and will reshuffle the board. Orange player will pick this entire row and place it into the 1st workshop. And blue player will seize the opportunity and take this row. He wants to play all those tiles into this workshop. He needs 3 red tiles and 3 blue tiles, so he will discard everything else. Now the workshop is full, it fulfills the conditions, so it will run. The next workshop requires 2 tiles from 3 different colors, so blue player needs 2 red tiles over here, so he takes, let's say, 2 blue tiles, because he can move 2 tiles to this card and move everything else. He will place these 2 tiles to the next workshop, red and blue discarded, and now because this workshop is full and fulfills conditions, it runs as well. Again, he must place 1 tile and he may place 2 other tiles to this objective card. Now he could move 2 blue and 1 yellow, or 2 yellow and 1 blue, but in the next workshop he needs 2 tiles of one color and 2 tiles of another color. So he needs to have 2 red tiles and either 2 yellow or 2 blue tiles. In order to do that, he will only decide to place 2 tiles onto this objective card instead of 3. He must place 1, but he may place 2 others. So he decides to place only 1, and then he moves everything else to the next workshop, which again is full, fulfills conditions, so it will run. He may place 1 tile to the objective card. Now this symbol means he must break one of these ceramic tiles. So he discards another one and he moves everything else to the next workshop. He decides to discard the yellow tiles, and now he has 4 tiles of the same color in this workshop, which is the condition for this workshop, so it will run as well. And with this, he made the perfect turn, and the blue player was able to run all those 4 workshops in 1 turn, for which he is awarded this beautiful bloom token worth 1 victory point. Now, from this workshop, he takes the 1 tile, and now I see I forgot to set up this city hall, which in a 2-player game looks like this. So the blue player takes 1 tile from the 4th workshop. He takes one of these purple tiles. The purple tile goes to the leftmost workshop. Now, again, he has to break and discard one of the tiles, and remaining ones are moved to the leftmost workshop. Purple tiles act as the wild tiles, wild color. It can be any of these 4 basic colors, and players can change that color anytime they want. Now, orange player is not able to finish the round, so he will just pick these 2 green tiles and he will place it into this workshop, and he's trying to set up for a similar perfect run as the blue player. And blue player will take these 3 tiles and effectively finish the round. After placing those corresponding small tiles here, the round is over. Blue player will start the round by taking this column and placing the tiles into the second workshop. And orange player needs this bottom row. He needs to place these tiles into the first workshop, discarding the rest, and now he will run the workshop. Moving 2 tiles to the first objective card, which is now completed, and moving everything else to the next workshop. Now, this objective card is completed, so these tiles are discarded and the card is placed into a scoring area. Because the card has this symbol, this black circle with the hand and a tile, player may take any tile, one tile of a basic color, and place that tile anywhere into any workshop. He will obviously place it into second workshop, which means that the workshop is now completed, fulfills conditions, and will run. So he will place 2 yellow tiles onto the objective card, also the green tile, and this card is also completed. And now he needs to move everything to this workshop, where we have a little problem, because if he would move two blue tiles, he doesn't have 2 tiles of one color and 2 tiles of another color, because they're all the same. So we can leave these 2 tiles over here, and his turn is over. But this card is scored. It doesn't have this symbol, so the orange player doesn't draw another tile, but he has 2 cards already scored. It wasn't a perfect run as the blue player had, but he's in the lead. Blue player decides not to wait any longer, and he takes this row, and he needs to place these tiles into the first workshop. Remember, he cannot split those tiles. It would be great if he could place 2 tiles over here and 1 tile into the first workshop. He cannot. He can only place 1 tile, and everything else needs to be discarded. Now, the purple tile is a wild color, so it can be green at the moment. So the workshop fulfills the condition and it will run. He will place 2 tiles onto this objective card, moving everything else. He must move the purple tile. So purple tile has to be moved over here, and we will move the red tile, discarding everything else. Now this workshop fulfills the condition. Purple tile can be any color at the moment, so it's going to be green. So unfortunately, blue player can only place, he must place 1 tile onto this objective card, so he does, but doesn't have any yellow tiles. But he moves everything else to the next workshop, where he can change the purple tile into being blue. Now he may place blue tile over here, discard the red, and move these tiles over here. Now for orange player, there's this beautiful 7-point victory card, objective card sitting here, so he takes the card together with one of the tiles, and he places the tile into this workshop. Blue player might be tempted to take this 7-point objective card, but if he would replace one of these cards, he would lose all those tiles that are on those objective cards. So it doesn't make sense to take the objective card now. But he may take this row, place it into the second workshop, and now the round is over. Orange player starting will take the first column, placing the tiles into the first workshop, and blue player taking the top row, placing it into the first workshop as well. Orange player will now take this 7-point objective card, place it into the first workshop, and in addition he needs to take one tile from the outer edge, which is this yellow tile, which he places into the second workshop. Now blue player cannot take this row because it's not contiguous, but he may decide to take this row and place it into first workshop. And orange player will take these two blue tiles, placing them into the fourth workshop, and now the round is over. Now the blue player needs to run this workshop, so he needs one red tile, so he can take any of these rows or columns, but he wants to prevent orange player from running this workshop, so he doesn't want orange player to take either this column or this row, so blue player decides to take this first row. Although he took a lot of tiles, he can only use the red one, and now the workshop is full and it can run. He will place the red tile to this objective card and move everything else to the next workshop, discarding any excess tiles. Now this workshop is full but doesn't fulfill conditions, but blue player scored this card. Because the card has this symbol, blue player can take one tile and place it into any workshop. So he will take blue tile and replace the green tile in the second workshop, and he will run the second workshop. He will place these two yellow tiles onto this card and move everything else to the next workshop. Now you can do this in any order you want. You may run this workshop and then score this card, or score the card, run the workshop. At the moment it doesn't really matter. Blue player will run this workshop, he will place red tile over here, slide everything else into this workshop and discard one tile. Now this workshop doesn't have the required tiles, but he will score this card, which again has this symbol, so blue player will replace this blue tile with the red tile, and again he is able to run the fourth workshop as well. Another perfect run, another bonus tile. He will take this red tile, again replacing one of these purple tiles. He cannot take these 1 point tile until all these purple tiles are gone, so he places the purple tile over here. One tile has to be broken, and it cannot be the purple tile because the purple tile itself is discarded at the moment, and red tile is moved into the first workshop. In addition, he also scored this card, but it doesn't have any symbol, so the blue player's turn is over, but it was a memorable turn. Orange player will take this bottom row, placing two red tiles here and discarding the rest. Blue player wants to secure this 7 points card, but he would place it over here because this workshop allows him to score 3 or place 3 tiles onto this objective card in one turn. So if he places 3 tiles in one turn and 3 tiles in another turn, it can get scored in 2 turns or 2 workshop runs, while if it was here, it would take 1, 2, 3 turns to score the card. So he puts it here. In addition to the card, he takes one tile and places the tile into that workshop. Now, orange player wants to end the turn, so he will take this entire row, but effectively only placing the green tile into the first workshop. It's full, so it will run, and now he wants to make sure he moves these 4 tiles to the next workshop. So he will place these 2 tiles to the objective card. These are moved to the next workshop will run. He needs to place either yellow or green tile to this workshop, so he takes, let's say, yellow, green, and maybe another yellow, moving everything else, potentially even like this, and discarding other tiles. Now, because this workshop going back, he cannot place these red tile. He needs green tiles because he has to take one of these tiles and place it on this objective card, discarding one of those cards to this symbol and moving remaining tiles to the fourth workshop, which has 4 tiles of the same color. So one of the tiles goes to the city hall, this goes to the leftmost workshop, 1 tile is broken, 2 tiles move to the first workshop, and bingo, another perfect run, another token of appreciation. Because there's less than 4 tiles over here, the round is over. Orange player needs to rush this 7-point victory card, so he will grab this column, placing 2 green tiles and a blue tile into the first workshop, which needs to run because the purple tile becomes the green tile at the moment. He wants to move 2 tiles and he cannot place the purple tile onto the objective card, and moving everything else to the next workshop. And blue player, seeing the opportunity, he will take this column. Now this workshop is full at the moment because it has 3 tiles of one color, and this is a blue tile, but there's no objective card here, so the workshop will not run. Now orange player wants to finish this card, so he will take this column, placing 2 yellow and 1 green tile. So the workshop fulfills condition. He will place 1, 2 and 3 tiles onto this objective card, which is now completed. He moves these tiles to the next workshop. Now this card is completed. Blue player needs an objective card here, and all these cards need 4 tiles, but some of them are 4-point cards, some of them are 5 points, so obviously he picks the 5-point objective card, and he needs 1 more tile, so he will take the green tile, placing it here, and because he placed the objective card and the workshop is full, it will run. So he places 1 tile, 2nd tile over here, and move everything else to next workshop. So he does it like this, and he can run this workshop as well. So he takes, for example, like this, this, and this, and moves these tiles to the next workshop. With this, it's the end of round. So blue player becomes the starting player. And because orange player has 3 cards already scored and he's very close to scoring the remaining cards, we are approaching end of the game very quickly. Blue player will take this bottom row and place the tiles into the first workshop. And orange player obviously wants to pick this top row, placing the tiles into the first workshop as well. Which was maybe not the best move, because blue player can now take this entire row, placing 3 yellow tiles into the first workshop, and now he can run that workshop and get the 5-point cards completed and preparing the next workshop. And the card is added to the scoring area. Orange player will grab these tiles and place red and green into the first workshop. So it's orange player going to be the first, and he will take this bottom row. He will replace these 2 tiles with green tiles, and he will run the workshop, placing the final green and red tiles onto this objective card and moving everything else to the next workshop. Because it has a symbol, he picks a yellow tile and places it over here. Blue player will now take this bottom row again, placing 2 red tiles into this workshop and running the workshop. And he will move remaining tiles to this workshop like this, and discards the rest. Now orange player will now do this. He will only take 1 yellow tile, place the tile over here, and because he only took 1 tile, he can rearrange the cards. So he will rearrange it like this, and now the workshop is full, it fulfills condition, it will run, everything else will slide over here, and this card is now scored and placed into a scoring area, which means orange player has now 5 cards scored, so at the end of this round the game will be over. In order to save the game, blue player does the same thing. He takes this blue tile, replaces the red tile in the third workshop, and rearranges the cards so he slides this one over here, and now he can run this workshop. He moves the blue tile onto this card, discards one of the tiles, what's next one over here, and now this card is scored. But it's not over yet, it's not end of the round yet. Orange player still has a turn, and he takes these 3 blue tiles and places those tiles to this fourth workshop, which will run at the moment. He needs to discard the purple tile, then one of the tiles has to go to the city hall, and because those purple tiles are gone, he will take this one victory point token. So it's one more point, which may be crucial. He needs to discard one tile, and one is moved to the first workshop. Now the round is over and the game is over. So it's the end of the game, and we will calculate the scores. For orange player, it's 4, 25, 28, 29, 30 points. Blue player scored 10, 25, 27 points, so pretty close, only 3 points difference. So although the blue player managed to run all those workshops in the same turn twice, it didn't help much. The orange player still won the game. So this is a full playthrough of 2-player game of Majolica. As this is the first video of the series, sort of a pilot or experiment, please let me know how you like it. Let me know if there is anything I need to change, and whether I should continue to do these playthroughs or I should stop them and focus on tutorials. Your feedback is really, really important to me. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. This was the first video of a new speed gaming series. My name is Branislav Berec, and see you next time.